Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I have one question. How much of my box do you think I could genuinely improve? I'm at 11.7 million. I can gradually essay all my units and all that. But what else do you think there is? Because there's a much bigger thing. Okay, it's not much bigger, but it's much easier to do than essay 6ing your entire box in level 100ing. And that is where this guide is going to come in for newer players and whatnot. For increasing your box level. And let's say you have there's no way you could get SA coins. Also, if you want me to do an SA coin guide where you can get them in pendants and whatnot, let me know down below for those newer players. But this is for players who just cannot spare SA coins. You know, they barely have enough for every single new unit that drops. They barely have enough pendants. And that is to basically build up gear and get the free cosmetics and whatnot throughout the village. That is how I do it. I have long ago maxed out all the cosmetics for all the free units, like the PvP coin shop ones, the ones around the village. But another good thing is every single time every like few months probably, you unlock a new unit or they give away a new outfit or something, go through all of your units and just equip the new UR units. Like, you have no idea how many times I've went to go showcase a unit and I'll be like, okay guys, these are the cosmetics I have, and there's just like 2 or 3 UR slots just not being used. If you don't know, by the way, when you're newer, you can only have 5 of each outfit equipped, and you'll know that it's equipped and like the stats are being applied by these little pluses. Yes, I know that you veterans probably know this, but this is for the newer players. You know, they need that little help so they can try to catch up, because it looks like Nirmal is already going to be dropping a 14 million buff most likely within the next month or two. So yeah, we're gonna need all that CC we can get. The next thing to increase your box CC is, as you can kind of tell, gear every goddamn unit in your entire box. Yes, it takes a while, but you know what you can do? You start with R gear. So what I recommend doing is going right over here, going to equipment, and I recommend doing HP gear. But let's say you want a really good attack roll and you don't want to reroll the basic stat, you can farm attack gear. Just farm it, and then what you do is you would go, you do like all day, just farm one piece, and then just do the next one, next day do another one, and then go to here. And what you do is you would just hit register all. You want to save the SSR, or yeah, probably save the SSR, and I'll tell you why in a minute. You'll go to exclude, that's whatever, and then unlimited, and you'll just apply all the. Oh, wow, I have none. I have not farmed gear in a while. But yeah, you'll do that, and then if you have a bunch of shitter gear, like just absolute shit gear, you just go here, and in my opinion, I like to +1 them because it takes much less gold, and as a free-to-play, you're going to need a lot of gold. So just +1 it, and it gives a pretty substantial boost. So let's just do this for 8 pieces. How many pieces is it? I think it's like 12. I think it's 12 pieces. You can +5 it if you have a lot of gold. I just don't really ever do it because it takes up a lot of enhancement stones and whatnot. And if you are a free-to-play, you're probably not going to have all those materials just lying around. And if you do, great, then go for it. You can +5 it. I just never really end up getting more out of it. Also, remember that there is greatly dropped as well sometimes, and I think it's out right now. It might be dropping tomorrow in the update. I can't really remember. So if it is dropping tomorrow, then just save for that, because you'll get greatly enhanced drops, which I think it's like double the drops is all it really is. But either way, still a huge drop increase for the blue stones, because you're going to need a lot of blue stones. Now, it obviously does depend whether you're going to be 3-star, going to like R gear 5-star, or SSR gear 5-star. And if you want to know which one is better, if you 15% R gear, I believe it is, that is equal to rolling your SSR gear at 7.5%, or like 7% all the way across, so like, I'll show you what I mean. So right here, I think I rerolled some of these gears at the bottom. No, not remember. He has UR gear. You have UR gear. Okay. Of course, the units that I actually select, they don't have it. Where are the units that I did it on? Have I not done it? Okay, here. So, for example, 9%, and then this one doesn't have any good rolls. So this would give less HP than if I had a R gear belt that had 14 to 15% HP on. Now, obviously, I recommend only leveling up the bottom pieces as HP gives the most amount of CC, so the most bang for your buck. And once you completely do that, then you would start re-rolling it with anvils, which I did for a few of them just to increase my box CC. Obviously, that's a very, very, very far thing away from most players. And if you do the R pieces, do never use SR pieces, by the way. Never use SR pieces, because you have to reroll the anvils, and that sucks. But if you reroll the so let's do this. If you reroll the R pieces, you can reroll the bottom rolls with gold. So it's very, very worth. It's not double the drops, whatever. But let's just do this. It's all +1. Yeah, you get what I mean? Like, it adds up over time. It does kind of suck that how much it takes. I swear they nerfed these rates, by the way. But over time, you're just going to get a lot of blue stones. You're going to start eventually upgrading to SSR gear, as I have done. Like, if I look through my entire box, like, at least 90% of all my units are either UR'd or, like, 5-star bottom pieces. There's some that I just missed because it's kind of annoying trying to figure out where all of them are. I've been starting to go through and favoriting all of them for the ones that don't have 5-star HP pieces. But this is like a huge chunk of your CC if you just cannot get any SA coins. You can't get any new units. You can't get any pendants. Like, I favored this later because he has literally no gear built on him at all. And the bottom left belt gives the most amount of CC, and then the bottom right orb, which is why a lot of them are just the SR or R or UC or whatever. That's why, like, hardly any of the belts are actually like the R pieces. Like, yeah, that one I'm gonna end up eventually switching out. This one I got because of one of the sets that I bought. That's the only reason it's SR. So unless you bought that, I don't recommend ever having SR gear. And yeah, like, as you can see, like, almost all my gear is 5-star. Like, 90% of it is completely maxed. And then eventually I'm gonna start going through and re-rolling it with anvils, or I can go through and start 5-starring the top ones. But I've just been kind of lazy on the gear farming, to be honest. As you can see, I only have 59 bluestones, which is literally nothing. Like, it to 5-star one piece of gear, it's 15 bluestones, and then, you know, you also have to UR a new unit at the end of the day for when I showcase a unit and whatnot. So there's that. Now, if you are thinking about making a gear set, just like a raw gear set, this is just for newer players who don't really know. I always, okay, well, for units that I used to like this is a perfectly good example. I never UR gear the middle pieces unless it's a unit that I absolutely use every single day. Obviously, I use Meliodas every single day, so I have a few sets. You will never need more than 2, maybe 3 for average players. 2 is probably the best. 1 attack, 1 HP, but, you know, sometimes you use them as a link and whatnot, and sometimes, you know, yeah, like 2 to 3 is probably the bare maximum that most players will have. But I recommend just only URing the corner pieces unless it's like your main PvP team or your dog team. Your dog team is going to need that full UR. I'm going to say that now. But I would always do this, and even the right side pieces, it doesn't really matter because they scale more off the percentage rolls and not the actual base stat, which the SSR gives more base stat, and it does not affect the HP, the percentage. So always UR the left, top, and bottom pieces, and then the right ones can be like R gear for a while until you gradually build up your account more. Hopefully you guys are understanding what I'm saying. If you guys don't know, you guys need some help, join my Discord, link in description. Any of my moderators can help. They are absolute pros at this game. They know how to work the game. They know how to play the game. Most of them, okay? DM, like Ski or Godspeed, probably the smarter ones, in my opinion, of my moderator section. Some of them don't even play the game anymore. But either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below if you guys have any questions. Just a quick little guide on how to increase your box CC for free-to-plays. That is why I went over gear only, not the pendant-wise or the SA coin grind or anything. Yeah. And yeah, I'm going to just keep gradually working on my box, hopefully hitting 12 mil by the end of the year, which I think I should be able to, as long as I just actually grind and build up gear sets and whatnot. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Take care and peace out.